Welcome back. Today we will continue creating our data upload function, and the next step is to add a file select procedure. I have added my code inside the data upload procedure. Let's go through each line. So the first line in the data upload procedure is application.screenUpdating equals false. So what it does, it uses the inbuilt screen updating method of the application object, and essentially it just stops the screen from being refreshed. This helps to speed up our process, and it has other benefits as well. Master file equals active workbook. We have to go back to where we defined our global variables, and one of them is the master file, and we have data file here as well. So what we want to do, we want to capture the name of our active workbook, and we're going to store it in the master file variable. Next, we have to declare folder path variable as string, and we assign this workbook's path to this variable. Then we change the active directory to this folder path. What folder path variable holds is the address of the folder where our workbook is stored. And this is becoming important in the next line when we assign a value to our data file variable. We use application.getOpenFileName method, and we pass Excel files and then XLSX file type parameters. And after a comma, we skip that value and we add another parameter and we type select data file. So this is what the users are going to see when they need to select the data file. And next line of code actually checks whether or not the user selected the file, because they have an option to cancel that selection. So in that case, it will just skip this block of code and it will just return our screen updating to true. However, if the file is selected, what happens next is we use this method workbooks.open, and we pass data file variable to the file name parameter, and it opens up the data file. And what we want to do next, we want to capture the name of that open file, and we can reuse this data file variable. That's the reason why we declared it as variant. Variant is a special data type that can contain any kind of data. So in our case, when we assign the active workbook.name to this variable, it actually holds the string. And I purposely uncommented this next line, upload form.show, because we don't have that upload form created yet, and that's exactly what we will be covering in our next video. Now it's time to test the code we have so far. So we go back to our worksheet, and from add-ins we select net revenue, upload sales data, menu item. So what it does, it brings in this window. This is the window produced by the get file open line. And remember, we defined some of these parameters like select data file and as well as Excel files, XLSX. So it allows you to pre-filter the content of this folder to only show the XLSX file type. So if you're working with another file type like CSV, for example, you will have to change that parameter so that it only shows you that specific file type. So for now, we don't have any file to be selected, so I'm just going to cancel. And we will cover the forms in our next video. Thank you for watching and good luck.